Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome. Sorry I'm late. Was snapping, bro. I had dinner, and that was all she wrote after I ate. I'm still tired. My phone go. That shit is very hearty. You know it. Ah, no, that shit wanted to knock me out. I'm still tired. I tried to lay down. Couldn't lay down. You know how it is. Like, you want to take a nap. I was like, yo, I'm going to take this 45-minute nap real quick. Yeah, it was 40 minutes of not napping because everybody's calling you. And then the last 5 minutes is where you fall asleep. The last 5 minutes. Shit's crazy. Definitely. Who else is in here? It's just us. Let's see. Participants. Yeah, it's just us for now. Cristiano will probably join. Shout outs to Mr. Cristiano. Muhammad's been with us for a couple weeks now. And he's learning, bro. He's putting in the work. And he opened up a funded account and he's took a trade today and is up 18% first day. So shout out to him. So my hair, bro. My hair looking crazy. I had a hat on earlier. So yeah, so shout out to him. Let's see what's up with this. There we go. Looks better. So yeah, man. So Cristiano also he has had two one-on-ones with myself. I don't know if he had any one-on-ones with you, Jumper, but he had two one-on-ones with myself, and overall it's been a good journey for him. Let me turn all these shits off. Right, so I had to take a quick pause. I don't know for some reason today the internet is a little bit wobbly. I can see it on the OBS. I don't have nothing running besides the usual. Hmm? Let me see. Well, no one's in my house is using the internet. It's kind of slow. So it's Louis. Are you still in here with us? Let me get a yes, so I know you can listen. You can hear me. All right, cool. So welcome to today's stream, guys. This is the daily market breakdown. In this class is where we go over, the projection for the London on the U.S. Trading sessions. So let's get this party started. So I'm a little tired, so my energy level is kind of down today. But I do my best to give you guys a good session. So yeah, in order for you guys, welcome all the new guys who's watching the stream, welcome to the stream. The new guys in the channel, welcome to the channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. Um, just to give you some insight, for you to get the full spectrum, the full picture of how we do things, right? We have three live sessions. We have three streams, live streams. We have a Sunday stream, which is the weekly market breakdown, right? That's when we break down what the expectation is for the week, what pairs to look out for, right? We go over the full market makers trend, right? Because that's the first thing we have to know where the market is going. So, because we don't trade counter trend, right? So, that's the first thing we do Sundays, right? Then, you have the daily breakdown, right? The Sunday class is at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard New York time, right? Then we have the daily market breakdown, which is Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, right? Then we also have a live trading session, right, in the mornings, right? That trading session could start from anywhere from 3 a.m. Eastern, New York Eastern, all the way up to 7 a.m. New York Eastern, right? So that class, for you to get an update of when it's happening, what time that day is going to start, the stream is going to start. Highly recommend you join the Discord, the link in the description and on the chat, right? So you can get up to date with everything, right? That's basically it. So just giving you the rundown of how we do things here in this stream. So let's start the party. Let's start with AU, right? So let's hop down to the 30. Let's look at the daily move. Let's see what happened. So yesterday we got a rise. Right, so we have 2 days of rise going counter, right? So that's a good thing, right? Let's do all this, right? Because that's what we were expecting, right? We were expecting price to bounce off these highs, re test the high before the drop, right? We didn't really get that. We got price just flop, went all the way up, right? But we didn't really get. There was, excuse me. What's up, Cristiano? There was two possibilities. We could either wait for the break of structure or the retest of the high to go down, right? Which will be around 800. We didn't get that yesterday, right? If you got in early, right, you got out here, that was 23 pips, that's a third of the ADR, or 37, which is half of the ADR, right? But that was definitely not the trade. Definitely not the trade, right? So they didn't give us any signs of entering this trade going short at all, right? So price went up. So what am I expecting today? I'm expecting price to go up one more day, create a new high. Once it creates a new high, that's when you should be looking for exactly the same thing that Mr. Jumper took today, towards the middle end of the New York session, which is he was waiting for an engulfing candle to show that the price is starting to push down. So keep that in mind. So AU, there's no real zone or place for me to put that the market will stop, right? Because we're technically waiting for the market to go up, right? Create that new high for the day, right? And then to start pushing down, right? We do have a gap at the beginning of the week, right? So, proceed with caution, right? But we are expecting price to push up, give us a new high, then start um, to come back down to join the overall structure. So let's take a look at the overall structure, right? We are in A2. Market went to the bottom, came to the top, right? Went down here, and it came back. Now, let's talk about that, right? If you're trading market structure, Cristiano, what you think happened here, right? Remember, we're trading in the zone. Technically, we're between here and here, even though we have the totality of it is from up here to here, right? But we are trading between there, right? So think about what just happened here, right? We want to break through, right? We want to go down. You're the market maker. You want to go down, right? In order to go down, to push the price down, what needs to happen? What needs to happen is, I need to fake to the top side to gain that liquidity to the top side to then take it all out, right? Go in my direction, the direction of the true intent, right? So take a look at what's happening here, correct? So the fact that it might not even make a higher high, it's gonna might wick it in the daily time frame. We might see a wick, right, which is a false break, and then come down. But the thing is that they have higher lows. So the fact that they have higher lows, you will start to believe that the price has turned around to start going long, right? So think about what's happening. We have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low, right? And we're equal high right now to the previous high. We might get a wick to come up and then come down to create an aggressive break, but if you're conservative, you know that just because a wick goes up doesn't really mean a break in a higher time frame. In a lower time frame is debatable, but in a higher time frame, you need a full candle closure above, right? So we're gonna see them create that type of momentum to get people to believe that we're moving up, right? Same thing on the 4 hour. The 4 hour, we're gonna get the same type of behavior to push up to then come down, right? And also the 30-minute. Excuse me. You're gonna hear me yawn a lot today, so I apologize for that sincerely. But they moved there. Let me take this off, right? Looking at the market structure. Under 30, what did it cause? It caused a change of character, right? So now that we have a change of character to the top side, we want to get back in line with the market maker's trend to go down. So we need a change of character going down. Once that change of character is confirmed, we know where we are and we can start to attack. So we have here, here, lower low, lower high, higher low, right? Or get pushed to the higher high, right? That's where we are right now. And this is a big ass 30-minute zone, huge 30-minute zone, right? We love for price to come back down, give me higher low, and they give me a higher high instead of me having to put this whole zone and mark that whole zone because there's no pit stops on the 30, right? So the 30 zone is not defined yet, so we're just gonna leave it like this, guys. But we do have a 372 in motion, so put it Nipsey blue. Okay, let's go to EuroCAD. So EuroCAD, what was that expectation? What was the move for today? Was a rise, right? So did we get the rise? Absolutely, we got the rise. Now, where was the point of interest, right? We had two. We could either retest the lows, right, or break retest, right? So we did get a break retest, right? It was very subtle, right here, but they did break and retest, right? You go to a lower time frame, you could see it. We got the break of structure, we got the retest, consolidation right off it, pinned it, and then started to push up, right? Higher highs, higher lows, 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 higher high, higher low. Forget about the wick. Higher high, higher low. Look, perfect market structure. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, right? Here you have to change your character. So here's where you would take profit if you were just holding, right? Because you were waiting for price to change. Here was the confirmation of the change right here. Boom. So this would be your take profit, right? And you gave back 15 pips. It's a lot to give back, depending. Well, it depends. You made a lot though going up, so it really didn't matter. So now that we have 3 days of rise, right? This is a pair that I am not looking for it to continue to rise because yesterday just gave us so much pips, right? Gave us so many. Probably gave us 3 times ADR. Let me see. We got 158. It gave us 2 times ADR, right? Plus we got one ADR here, um, right? 74. We got close to one. Then it gave us two, so that's 3 times ADR. So it's 270. Let's take a look, right? We're 70 pips short from 3 times ADR, right? So, which is another day of rise. So we should be expecting that, right? Let's look from here to here. So you see 209. So are we getting just 209s? Right? Getting like 209. Look, all pushes been 209. Pushes 209. Right? Every push been 209. Right? So I'm not expecting no more rise, as you can see. Right? We got three different places where the market did 3 days of rise, 4 days gave 209. So we're expecting the same type. So this is probably off. Right? So yeah, so let's turn this off. Not looking at this today, right? I need to wait for it to go up. I am expecting price probably to push back, to come back, retest that 4-hour zone, right? We do have FVG over here. We got a fair value gap between here and here. So we need, now but we want to see price starts filling this in. Once we see that, right? And then we can start trading. You know what? I'm gonna do something today that we don't do. All right, let's make this the golden zone. There we go, how we flipped it into, like our shit, listening to Lewis, the golden zone. Flip that into gold. Which one looks more like gold? The orange one, I guess, right? Golden zone. So want to see price pull back to the golden zone, right? And then we'll take it long from there, right? Euro USD, another one, right? What were we expecting? Right? We were expecting either a retest of the low, right? I used the wick, but if I would, I just used the body, but would I got the retest? Uh-oh. Oh, snap. What's up, Steven? What's going on, my brother? I know that's you just because of your little icon. Funny story. Steve and I used to have one of the same mentors way back in the day, just so you know. So yeah, man, you should join. You should join, bro. So expectation of this yesterday again was the third day of rise. Did we get it? Absolutely. Right. So we got our 3 days of rise. There was two possible entries. We were looking for a retest of the low, which we did get that, and we also got the break retest. Right before the push during news, we got the break and retest. Look, he put laugh out loud facts. So so we did get both, right? So you had two possibilities of entry. GJ was very similar, right? We'll get into the reasons why GJ was a little bit better, right? This kind of like pushed away from the top. So if you got in any of these lows, the market maker set you up to take you out before the rise, right? Before during news, right? Unlike GJ was a little bit better, and we'll go through it right now. Why, right? So when it comes to Euro USD, I'm not looking to trade this today. Why? Because again, that's why I'm going to turn it off because we did get already 3 days of rise. So the fact that we got a third day of rise, I'm not expecting the price to continue to go up today, right? I am expecting that pullback, right? And the FVG is pretty big, right? That's a pretty big. I'm not expecting price to go back there. Why? Especially down here because then we're going back below that 4 hour zone, right? So we want price to continue to push up. So let's take a look at our daily, right? We dead smacked in the middle of this consolidation of V1. So with that being said, we might get a little bit higher to the 800 before a pullback, right? But I'm not expecting price to go back to fill in that FVG, not on this pair, not where we are. All right. So I'm expecting a pullback, but Euro USD is not on my plans for today. GJ, let's take a look at GJ. So GJ yesterday was very similar. Again, my mind. Right? This was the expectation for yesterday. We were either going to retest the low, right? If we would have went with the body, it did. Well, not this. The wick of the first candle, not this one, because this is a candle that's just widen the Asian session. But if you went with that first red candle and the last one, right, the high and the low, we retested that low, right? Then we broke out of it and we got two retests. Notice the difference between this one and the other one. Euro USD was higher, right? So it gave the market makers enough room for that wick to wick you out, right? Before it went up. But in this situation, if you would have traded here, if you would have took trades off any of these lows, when news hit, it would have never wicked you out. You would have stayed in the trade and you was home free, right? 3 straight greens. After the third green, you could have gotten out before, usually after 3 greens, it turns red, right? But in this situation, got 4 green, 1 red, and then another green, and then it started to come down, right? So we got our 372 here. So out of all the trades yesterday, as of now, we are three out of 4. GU makes it 5 out of 4. Right, we got our second day of rise. This is one I'm definitely going to be looking at today to get a new rise. I would love for this to pull back more, come around here before the continuation. So let's make that blue because we got that 372, right? So same deal, right? On alert for the breakout, break, and then our retest, right? I'm gonna put my retest here. I could see price go all the way down to here though, guys, right? But I'm gonna put it here, right? I'd rather be early. When price reaches that 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 just that line, my alert will pop up. Then I step up to the plate, and just like we went over today, Mr. Cristiano, what we're gonna be looking for is for a change of character in a lower time frame, right? And a BOS to confirm to confirm the entry, right, in a lower time frame. But this is our point of interest. So this is definitely one that we're going to be looking at for the 372. USD CAD. So USD CAD, right, went the opposite way of the expectations overall. But nonetheless, if you were calculating, if you got in and you were calculating STP, you got STP before the price came back around, right? So STP was issued yesterday, and then the price just turned around, right? Went back. Now, what did I say? We were getting into the high, right? That daily, that 4 hour, and that 30 minute. Once we get there, expect price to reject, right? Price just doesn't just go through a daily, right? Price is just going to reject a couple times before it pushes through, and it gave exactly what the expectation was. Gets to the high, rejects, and comes back down, right? I didn't expect it to come back down that much, but news definitely brought it back down. So we got a day of drop. Now, today, let's take a look at the overall picture. All right, let's go to the 4 first. Let's take away the market structure for the 30. Right? What do we get here? Right? Remember, we at the top of the zone, right? The market, the psychology behind the market is to get people to believe that the price has turned around, right? Now it's going to continue because that's the only way they're going to make money. They're going to make money by getting everyone to go the wrong way, right? So the first thing is they're going to do is pretend that the market has changed around by what? Creating a lower high instead of a higher high, and maybe retest these lows or make a higher low. Right now, if I do this, what happens? If you're going up, right, you're not validated. If you're going down, you're not validated. So what's going to happen? I just trapped you, right? I just trapped everyone, right, before I make a decision. So we don't have a set low yet over here, so I'm not going to put that. But right now, just the fact that we have a lower high, right, breaks the higher high, higher low structure, right? So we clear. But we're still stuck in the middle because we haven't broke the higher low. So we just stuck in the middle right now. So let's break it down back to the 30. Just looking at the 30. This is a pair that I'm going to wait for it to make a move for me to start engaging back with this, right? Because I can see this going down, lower, to all the way down here, right? And I can see this going up also, creating just a higher low to a higher high, right? So I need to wait for it to decide. Once they decide what they're going to do, then we decide what we're going to do. We broke past the 30-minute as well anyway. So this one I'm going to turn off. And US 30 was my baby, paid me well yesterday. So we have a third day of rise as expected. Now, if you were trading off the lows here, right? Where was your stop loss placed? Your stop loss was placed at right below this low, right? Where I placed my stop loss like 20 pips prior to this because it's like 2 pips, right? So it's like 20 pips prior below here, and trust me, I was biting my nails. I was like, man, I'm either gonna win big or fuck it, I take that loss. I take 2 days worth of losses instead of, but my wins is gonna be 10 days worth of wins, right? So that's where risk to rewards come into place into a situation like this, right? My stop loss was larger than usual, but my reward was going to be larger than usual, right? So, this is one of those times where, you risk accordingly, right? You have to take into consideration everything that was into our favor for you to be able to put in that risk as well, right? We had our second day of rise. We haven't broke the high of the day yet, right? We're sitting off the lows, right? It just tapping, 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 tapping the lows, right? Those things made me comfortable into risking a little bit more for those bigger gains, right? And I only stay for that green candle. I didn't stay for the rest of the party, right? I was like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm not gonna lose anything because there's times where you get that big green and then you get that big red coming down, right? So I was like, man, I got that big green, I'm good. Just stay there, you know. Everything else, or I don't believe in taking partials and letting it ride. That's not, it's not that I don't believe in. That's just not my style, right? Whatever people like to do, just let them do what they do. But just take it all out. F it, right? Because just like I could take it all out, I could lose half of what I just made, leaving in partials. So um, that's it. So US 30. Now, remember what I was saying. Now we're in a good trade zone, right? And what I told you guys, I had it all written out for you. Group one here. Now, what was the expectation? Break, retest, go, right? We had two possibilities, right? Did it break? Yeah, broke out, retest, right? Because look, it broke out of the high. All these was test, 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 test. Here was the break, retest, went, right? Gave us the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and pushed up to the higher high. So this was perfect. Not only that, gave us our third week of rise that we were expecting. So just think about all my confirmations on why I took the trade. Right? We had a 2 days of rise. We had a 2 weeks of rise. What else you want? You got everything you need, and just chilling off the low. Didn't break the low. Didn't make a new high of the day yet. So this was the trade that had the best confirmations in my opinion, right? And GJ also. But this was, like I was saying yesterday's class, was my number one all day, right? I didn't get into the specifics on why it was my number one. I didn't get into it has 2 weeks of rise. I didn't get into those specifics, you know. But this was my number one yesterday by far. And I said, you guys, watch this one. This is the number one. So this I'm turning off for today. Gold, again, gold I'm standing by, right? There's no clean direction yet, but we did get 2 days of rise. So today, I'm gonna put it blue, Lipsy blue. I'm gonna be looking, I'm gonna be watching because we got 2 days of rise. Now, what are our point of interest, right? We have the break, BOS, right? So let's set up the alert. So gold, 30-minute BOS, right? So let's break this down. Then we have the test, right? The retest. So I know we're just retesting these lows. So what is my expectations? My expectation is they're just gonna stay on these lows before the rise. No, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a Steve Morrow's classic consolidation, stop hunt low to the 800, and start the rise party. That's what I'm expecting. All right, a TFR. That's my expectation. So I'm going to move to the bottom of this green, right? Why? Because I want to get into the party early, not trade, but get up to my charts, when the price is getting there. Because just like when the price is getting there, like Lewis has said a couple times, I've heard him, if we get two red candles, then we get that engulfing candle, it's gonna happen fast, right? So this could be my red candle, my second red candle, you know, or leading to my, end of my first red candle, or leading to my second end of my second red candle. So I want to be present for the last 30 minutes to see that engulfing, right? So then we got to confirm entry, right? So this is why I want to get it to my charts a little bit early. I don't want to wait. I want to put it in the 800, and then when the price gets to the 800, it moves fast and you missed it. right? So I want to just step up to the plate early, monitor the price action, and then make a decision from there. If price decides not to go down and just to consolidate here and just test these lows and then go up, oh well, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh well, I'm not gonna take a trade that close to the 800, right? I don't feel comfortable, right? Because price, gravitates to the 800, especially how it blew past the 800. I can see it come back and retest the 8 before it pushes up to make that new high for the day. So gold is definitely one we're gonna be looking at, and that's that. And BTC yesterday gave us a second day of drop. So what we expect today, like I was saying, we get a new day of drop, a new low, and then we can start the rise again. So let's wait for that. I'm not going to trade this counter. So we're just going to be waiting for that. See, look what Steve says. Same here. Yup, 800 EMA act as support, retest, and push up from there. If indeed that's to happen, you see. And again, we'll cut from the same cloth, Steve and I. I haven't spoken to Steven in a minute too, yo. Yo, how you found the stream, Steve? And Steven is just you know, MAAWWVVM pattern in all time frames. I don't know if he has changed. I remember last time I seen anything from him, that's what he was trading. And I think he uses divergence too. You still trade that style, Steve? But definitely, yo, how you found the stream, man? Join the Discord, bro. The link in the description. Don't forget to like, man, and follow, subscribe, B. Show your brother some love. Thank you, Mr. Jumper. Well, yo, we just started doing these live streams. My class was always private. Steve could tell you, my class was always private. I got Jumper, Mr. Jumper. He convinced me to get into these, to do these live streams for free for now. But then give out some gems. Give back to the community and create a community, a new community. But that's what's up, my brother. Happy to see you, man. How's the fam, man? I hope the fam is good. The kids are good. The wifey's good. Damn, I haven't spoke to Steve in a minute. You know what we need to do? We need to get Steven. His name is Steven. You got a Steve Titan. We gotta get Steven to do a training session for you guys too, bro. Gotta get that popping. I don't know if he's typing or the stream is kind of like on a crazy delay. But yeah, guys, that's today's session. Make sure to catch Mr. Jumper in the morning. Jumper, are you hosting the live trading room in the morning? And if so, make sure to join the Discord, guys. So when he posts the link, you guys could join the live trading session. He put yes, sir. So he's definitely gonna be doing it. So that's about it. Yeah, me too, Cristiano. I'm tired, bro. I just ate. I don't know if you was there. I ate like 45 minutes ago, an hour ago. So I don't know. I got the itis, man. I was need to take a nap. So yeah, guys. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Excellent, my word, my brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So guys, I see you guys tomorrow morning in Jumper's session. Peace out.